Hey guys, Mark here from the Flat Pack Kitchen Co. In today's episode, we're going to be going through how to bring your kitchen into your portal. Now, quick one here. The most important thing, portal's easy, okay? Most important thing is your plan, okay? As you can see here, excuse my my scribbles, but as you can see, it's, you don't need nothing special. So our main points here are our overall measurements, 4212, okay? We're going to be wall on the left, scene on the right. And one thing that we did here was pick our, I suppose, fixed points, which was the hot plate, as you can see. So let's jump into the portal. I'm going to assume you've already set things up, but you know what? Let's go through the room settings anyway. It's to show you how fast it is to do. So change room settings here. We're going to go kitchen. We're going to do a laminate kitchen for this one here. We want flat pack, supply hardware, and we're going to use adjustable legs. Fantastic. We're going to go across the top. Hardware selection, Blum soft close. Got to be the way. Blum and Taros wouldn't be using Metabox. Remember, they've got the gallery rail. If you wanted a closed side, you could go the Legra Box Silk. But for this one here, let's go the Blum and Taro. Select your default cabinet. We're going to do a solid top. Okay, at least that way, if you got a solid top, you can always pick stone. So awesome stuff. Go across the top again. Exterior color. All I did was browse colors. We're going to go to melamine. Flat panel. We're going to choose a Polytech color. Why not? There we go. Click the button there. And I've already picked Angora Oak, but just so you guys can see it, Antico Oak. There we go. And you'll see it put the edging in as well. Apply. We are good there. Carcass color selection will keep as white carcass. Product size defaults. Now, this is the most important thing. As we can see here, floor to ceiling, 2700. My kitchen height, I want it 24. What does that leave us? 300 mil. Let's assume we've got a 90 mil cornice. So what we're going to do is we'll do like 170 mil bulkheads. There's no point going 300 mil. You might need to buzz it down. We can keep it 30 mil down. We're using a 90 mil cornice anyway, so we'll get back to that. Okay, cool stuff. So I want a 2400 kitchen, kicker height, 140, 2400 overall. So we're going to make this 2260 plus 140 is 2400, leaving about 650 under here. For our overheads, we can do about 800 high overheads, as you can see. 650, sorry, for regulation for your hot plate to the underside of the range hood. And that's it. Update room. And we are good to go. So, as you can see here, most important part, 4212. Now remember, you have your Zoom consultations, right? Free Zoom consultations, so I really recommend that you use them if you need a hand, but otherwise, yeah, just make sure you have your overall measurement. So we've got our 30 mil infill going up against the wall, 867 pot drawers, 600 hot plate and underbench oven, 867 pot drawers. We've got a 16 mil panel, 900 pantry, 16 mil panel, 900 fridge overhead, and another 16 mil panel. So we're going to start bringing that in right now. As you can see, go straight to add product. Let's close the cart there so we can see. We're going to go to base cabinets, applied panels. First thing we're going to do is go straight to base filler. There we go. Perfect. So as you can see, it says 80 mil. Now it's already set to our defaults, 740. Why do we not want this at 880? Because we want to run the kicker all the way through into the wall. So we're going to stop it above the kicker height. So 80 mil there, we want a 30 mil filler. The reason why we have it at 80, if we cut it any smaller, it'll move on the CNC. So we'll trim that down for you guys. Variation request, please, if I can spell, please cut to 30 mil, and that's it. Save. And first one in. That's it. What are we going to do next? We have an 867 pot drawer. So again, simple, add product. We're going to go to base. Let's go to base drawer cabinets. We're going to go to a 3 drawer. Again, defaults are already set, so you don't need to adjust that, but we now adjust the width. This is where the customization comes in. Forget 600, we want 867. So 867, 560, we are all good. If we ran across to drawers, it'll even show the drawers that we had put in there, the Blomentaro 30 kilos. So all good. Go back to specs, bring that in, save product. Okay, guys, awesome. So we've bought our pot drawers in. Now we're going to get our underbench oven. So we're just going to go to add product again. Let's close the cart so it's not taking up too much space there. Base cabinets, scroll down. Underbench oven, as you can see. We don't need anything special here, so we're going to just grab a standard one. Now, this is where it gets interesting. We can go to our advanced selection, and we can actually choose the preloaded ovens, generic, or we've got a whole heap in there. So you're going to find something that suits. Now, if you can't find your oven here, we can still put that in manually. But for the sake of it, let's grab a Frankie oven. Why not? We're all about Frankie. Where are we here? Let's type it in, actually. There we go. Let's go to the Frankie Urban series. Why not? As you will see, it will make sure that your top and bottom filler pieces are all good. Save product. Very cool. Let's close the cart. As you can see, guys, we're getting real-time pricing at the same time here, which you can get right there. Underbench oven. Now, we need another set of drawers. So either you can bring it in again, or you can go 2. Simple as that. There we go. $867. So now what do we want? We have our filler piece, we have our 2 sets of pot drawers, and we have an underbench oven. Let's check our 3D room planner. So 3D room planner. Now here's something already done for us, right? Look at that. So we're gonna move that around. As you can see, we've got our double drawer. We're gonna put that over there. Let's get our, done. Yep, we understand. All good. Get our underbench oven, bring that across. Nice. Grab that up against there, and we are all good. That gets a bit closer. Very nice. All right, great. Open up the hamburger there so you can see what you're doing. Exit 3D room planner. And now what we're going to do is we're going to get our panel for our pantry, and it will also be set to defaults. So we'll go to add product, close the cart. We're going to go to tall. Applied panels and fillers. Tall applied panel. And as you can see, it's already set to 610 to allow for your bench top, the extra 20 mil that hangs over. 2260. Now, do we need this to run to the floor? No, we don't. Reason being, we have panel, we have pantry. That panel will run to the floor because we've got the fridge in there. So we want the kicker to run all the way through here into the fridge end panel or the right-hand pantry panel. So we are all good with that one there. Save product. Fantastic. We bring in the pantry now, add product, tall. We can just go to tall cabinets, tall 2 doors, simple as that, as wide as possible. We don't want to go, 900 is a really good size for a pantry and things like that. Start getting a little bit bigger. You know, you don't want your shelves to bow. And 900 works well, especially because of the 450 doors. So that's it. That one can come straight in. Nice. Let's go back to our 3D room planner and just double check that. There we go. It's all looking pretty good. We'll turn that around. Yep, panels in there as well. All right, guys, so we've just brought the pantry in. So let's go for the other full panel now on the right-hand side of that. Add product. Same thing. We're going to go to tall, applied panels and fillers, tall applied panel. Simple as, does it extend to floor? Yes, it does. Adds the 140 kicker on, 2400 overall, and we are laughing. So save product. Very good. Close the cart. Let's go to our 3D room planner, see how that's looking. Okay, where's that extra panel? Is it snuck in here somewhere? Yes, it is. There you go. So we're going to put that panel there. And as you can see, it runs to the floor. So what do we need now? We're going to go a fridge overhead and then another one of these panels. So let's duplicate that. Now you can do it from this section, but we're not going to in this tutorial. So we'll exit 3D room planner, close our cart. Let's go down. Now, how do we do a fridge overhead? We're going to adjust our standard overhead to suit this. So we're going to go to upper. We're going to go to upper cabinets. We're going to go to upper 2-door. Now again, the overheads are set for 300 deep. They go all the way back to the wall. Now with a fridge overhead, it comes flush to the panel, so sits forward. So we want to adjust the depth. We only need about 150 mil behind the fridge overhead for ventilation for the fridge. So we're going to go depth 450, 450. We are all good. Now height-wise, width, yeah, we'll keep it at 900 as well, depending on the fridge. For this one, we'll keep it 900. Height, this is important. I don't have a calculator here, but anyway, we want to go 2400. We want to have the fridge size. Let's call it 1850. So 2400 minus 1850. If I'm not mistaken, we're looking at about 650 high. So the height of this fridge will be 650. And that's it. There's your fridge overhead. So save product, save and don't update defaults. Because again, we've just adjusted one of our overhead cabinets to suit our fridge overhead. So save and don't update defaults. So what do we need next? We need one more panel. So let's just put this one in here. We can copy product. We can do it this way as well. Save product. Awesome. Go back to our 3D room planner. There we go. Awesome. Move that over. As you can see, it goes green when you're in the right spot, and we are good. So that is that entire run there. All right, cool. So we've got the entire run now. So 30 mil, 867, 600, 867, 16 mil panel, 900 pantry, 16 mil, 916. We're done. Simple as that, guys. Really cool. So now let's put the island bench in. So open up the hamburger, exit the 3D room planner. Let's close that. What are we going to start with? Let's start with our 450 set of cutlery drawers there. We're going to go to add product, base cabinet, base drawers, 4-drawer cabinet. 600, we want to go to 450. Again, already set to default, so that's all you really need to change. Everything else is good. Solid top. Save product. Now, this is where it's a little bit trickier. That dishwasher space there, it's purely just a space. That's a full end panel, 880 by 580. That's just a 605 rail, purely because your dishwashers usually finish at about 850 high. You want your kitchen to finish at about 900. So what you do is you want to allow a little piece with L brackets there just to be able to close that gap between the bench top and the dishwasher. So for that one there, we've got our 450 drawers. We're going to go to add product. We're going to go to base. We're going to go to applied panels, base applied panel, close that there, extend to floor. Yes, it does. And we can go 2 of these and we're going to go save product. Simple as that. Cool. Now we're going to go into the 3D room planner again. Let's check this out. Let's move this over here. Let's grab this here, bring that over. We also want to turn it around. So we're going to move that. There we go. We're going to get this panel here, as we just got. I'm going to move that out the way, grab our end panel, put that there. I'm going to grab this end panel, and I'm going to put this here. Now, again, you could work that out. See how you got the measurements there? Let's zoom in on that. I wouldn't worry about it. Reason being, we're going off this, right? We're going off our design. So what we're going to do now is let's exit 3D room. And we're going to go to doors and panels section. Now, we'll do an entire episode, tutorial, whatever you want to call it, on doors and panels. This is where you can do a kitchen facelift. But for now, what we want to do is we just want to go to panel, and we want to do our dishwasher rail for the top. So as simple as that. I've changed the panel. We're going to go height. Let's do 100 mil. You're going to buzz this down anyway. Obviously, floor being level and stuff like that, you want to use the feet. You just buzz it off the top. So we'll go 100 height, width 605. 2.5 mil either side of the dishwasher. 605. Personally, I wouldn't have it edged. I'd only edge one end. So take it off the sides as well. And there you go. Oh, sorry, guys. You want to do one at the top. There you go. Perfect. And you just buzz it off that or the other way around on the bottom. That's how it will look with the panels down there. Panel there for your dishwasher space. We're just going to save that. Now, another thing. Doors and panels does not come into the 3D room design. So FYI, so it won't be there, but it's there. Go to dashboard, and you can see it on your dashboard, mind you. As you can see right here, 100 by 605. All right, cool stuff. So what do we need now? We need another panel, which we've already got. Space that out. We need a sink cupboard now, 900. 900 sink cabinet. So we're just going to go to add product. We're going to go to base cabinets right there. Base 2-door. Already set at 900 as a default, so nice and easy. Remember, everything's set up. Save product. Cool. There we go. What do we want next? We want our bin. So you've got multiple options for bins here. Let's close that. We'll go to base cabinet again. We'll go to bin drawer unit. We want a 450 bin for this, right? That's 600, 600. What are we? 450. There we go. That's with the drawer. We don't need the drawer. Awesome. Simple as that, guys. Save product. Now, our two end panels, as you can see here, we always recommend, you can do what you want here, but we would always recommend putting the end panel inside those ends. You don't want to see, well, personally, you don't want to see from the side a line on the end panel. So we extend that from 580, we'll make it 600. So simple as, we're just going to go to add product, base, applied panel. Let's close the cart. Sorry about that, guys. As you can see, 580 is the default. We're just going to change that to 600. And we're going to extend it to floor. 880, and we're going to go 2. And we're going to save product. That's it. So now we've got our end panel and our end panel. Let's go back to our 3D room planner. Cool stuff. So it is putting it over there, but that's easy fixed. So we'll do that. Let's turn that bad boy around. I'm going to put that in there just like that. Let's grab the bin now. And, oh, sorry. You can zoom in on this stuff as well, guys. Let's get our end panel right there. As you can see from the side, see how it's sticking out? An extra 20 mil, because the back panel will sit on the inside of that. And we're going to grab this one here. There we go. There we go. And we are good to go, guys. Now, we worked that out before, 2,400 sheets, especially with the laminate color board. So we adjusted this to be 2,400 in between. So now what we'll do is, let's go back to our joinery there. Let's get out of our 3D room planner and let's seriously just grab our panel. Now, there's multiple ways you could put this in. You could put this in through the doors and panels section, but you could also simply just adjust this. So we're going to go to base, applied panel, base applied panel. This runs all the way to the floor, obviously. So we want 580, we want 2,400, as you can see, which will be fine. It won't flag. Oh, I wonder why that is the case. Actually, very important. So because we've chosen a grain board, obviously, they come in 2,400 by 1,200 sheets. So the grain will be the 2,400. So basically what we're going to do is, if we wanted the grain to run up and down, we'll do this in 2 parts. So we would do 2 at 1,200, which then it will unflag for you. So if something does flag in orange or red, it's trying to help you. Don't let it freak you out. Let's do it this way for now. So we'll do 2 back to back, up and down now with the grain, save. 3D room planner. And that's it, guys. Whether you put it at the back or not, because again, I didn't really worry about making that 605 because it didn't really matter. But that's where that will go. So let's get rid of that. So you can see, grab one of the panels, move this out the way, grab that, turn it around. There we go. And as you can see, it goes, that perfect. This one. Oh, there you go. Must have got it pretty close. That's it, guys. This is why it's very important to have this. All right? This is secondary. If this is wrong, doesn't matter what you spend on it, it's going to be a waste. And then the thing is, well, that's not the case. But again, if these are wrong here, you can't just be cutting down cabinets. You don't want to have to cut down drawers on site and things like that. So again, feel free to use those free Zoom consultations. That's what they're there for, especially before you order. It's always good to have another set of eyes to go over it. And that's kind of it for this one, guys. So what did this kitchen come to? Let's have a quick look. Exit 3D room planner. Yeah, we're looking at 7,900 for that one there. Flat packed, all ready to go with all hardware. There you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one and stay tuned for the next episode. Thank you very much.